Welcome back, fellow sleuths, to Chambers of Mystery and Deduction. Today, we're diving into the fog-shrouded world of one of the most iconic detectives in history. The original 1939 Sherlock Holmes, starring Basil Rathbone. If you're a fan of razor-sharp deductions, thrilling chases through London's underbelly, and the eternal battle between genius and villainy, you're in for a treat. We'll explore who this legendary detective is, what he does to crack the impossible cases, and why he dedicates his life to the art of detection. Grab your deerstalker hat and magnifying glass. Let's unravel the mystery. Now, to set the stage for our tale, let's paint a picture of London in the Victorian era. The year is 1890. Imagine gaslight illuminating misty streets where fog and chimney smoke dance in the air. London is a city of stark contrasts, of towering elegance and shadowy underbellies, where fortunes are made and lost in the blink of an eye. It's a place where secrets fester in the dim oil lamplight, and crimes go unsolved, or so it seems, until a man steps onto the scene. A man with eyes like a hawk, a mind like a steel trap, and a heart that beats just a little too fast for the ordinary man. Enter Sherlock Holmes, the world's only consulting detective. His chambers are at 221B Baker Street, tucked away from the hustle and bustle. Here, amidst the clutter of chemical experiments and musical instruments, he unwinds his brilliant, if somewhat tangled mind. So how does this enigmatic character work his magic? To answer that question, we need to look no further than Holmes' daily routine. When a case lands on his desk, whether it's a missing person, a puzzling theft, or a baffling murder, Holmes doesn't waste a moment. He's up, he's out, and he's sniffing around for clues. He might visit the scene of the crime, chat with witnesses, or even take a stroll through the city with his trusty sidekick, Dr. John Watson, by his side. But Holmes isn't just walking. He's observing everything from the positioning of a chair to the scent lingering in the air. Every detail is a puzzle piece to him. Back at his chambers, Holmes sinks his teeth into his investigation. He pores over newspaper clippings, experiments with chemicals, and dissects every scrap of evidence. He uses his knowledge of science, chemistry, and human nature to put together the bigger picture. Meanwhile, Watson, with his medical background and common sense, offers valuable insights. Together, they make a formidable team. But Holmes' genius doesn't stop at his desk. He's a master of disguise, slipping into different personas to gather information. Whether he's a disheveled tramp, an eccentric nobleman, or a nervous clerk, Holmes convinces all who cross his path. No one suspects that the real Sherlock Holmes is lurking beneath these disguises. When the stakes are high, Holmes doesn't hesitate to put his own safety on the line. He fearlessly confronts dangerous criminals, uncovers hidden plots, and ventures into the darkest corners of London's underbelly. He's not just solving mysteries, he's taking on the forces of evil, all for the sake of justice. In a nutshell, Sherlock Holmes is all about observation, deduction, and out-of-the-box thinking. He's the Og detective, the master of his craft, whose legacy continues to inspire and amaze. But who is Sherlock Holmes? Well, to understand the man behind the myth, we need to dig a little deeper. Holmes is more than just a brilliant detective. He's a complex character with a unique set of quirks and habits. Let's pull back the curtain and get a glimpse into his fascinating psyche. For starters, Holmes is a man of strict habits. He likes his morning breakfast at precisely 8 o'clock and prefers to work in total silence. He's also got a thing for order and neatness, keeping his rooms in impeccable condition. But Holmes isn't just a neat freak. He's got a wild side too. He loves the thrill of the chase and is unafraid to put himself in harm's way to catch a criminal. Underneath his aristocratic exterior, Holmes has a rebellious streak. He despises hypocrisy, corruption, and anyone who tries to pull the wool over his eyes. And while he may seem aloof and detached, Holmes has a strong sense of justice and compassion for the underdog. Despite his brilliance, Holmes isn't perfect. He can be arrogant and impatient, and has a tendency to lose himself in his work. At times, he can be reckless and insensitive, which can cause problems in his personal relationships. But these flaws only make Holmes more human and relatable. But what drives Holmes to become a detective? What fuels his insatiable curiosity and thirst for knowledge? Let's explore the forces that shape his destiny. Holmes' journey into the world of detection wasn't a planned path. It was more of an accident waiting to happen. Growing up, Holmes displayed a remarkable aptitude for science, particularly chemistry, and a natural talent for observation. By his late teens, he was already experimenting in his father's old chemical set, mastering the art of deduction. As a young man, Holmes attended university, but he soon grew bored with traditional academia. He wanted more freedom, more challenges. So he dropped out and began working as a private detective, setting his own hours and choosing his own cases. But Holmes didn't do it alone. Enter Dr. Watson, his loyal companion and chronicler. Watson, a retired military doctor, joins Holmes on his adventures, providing a grounded perspective and offering medical expertise. Their partnership is a study in contrasts, with Watson's warmth balancing Holmes' aloofness. But what keeps Holmes going? What are the forces that drive him to unravel the most intricate mysteries? At its core, Holmes is motivated by a relentless pursuit of knowledge and understanding. He's fascinated by human behavior and is drawn to the complexities of the human mind. For Holmes, solving a mystery isn't just about bringing a criminal to justice. It's about understanding the intricate puzzle of human behavior. He's a scientist at heart, and each mystery is a new experiment, a chance to test his theories and expand his knowledge. But Holmes isn't just motivated by intellectual curiosity. He's also driven by a sense of duty and responsibility. Holmes feels a moral obligation to help those in need, especially when the police are stumped. He sees himself as a force for good, someone who can make a positive impact in a world filled with darkness and despair. Holmes isn't motivated by money, power, or fame. He works for the sheer love of the game. For Holmes, the real reward lies in the challenge itself, in the satisfaction of solving a seemingly insoluble problem. He's not interested in the monetary value of a case or the social status of his clients. He just wants to see if he can do it. What sets Holmes apart from other detectives is his unique approach to the job. Holmes doesn't rely on gut feelings, hunches, or luck. He bases his deductions on facts, logic, and reason. He observes everything, remembers every detail, and connects the dots in ways that others can't. Holmes is a master of disguise, slipping into different personas to gather information. He's also a skilled fighter, able to hold his own in a physical altercation if needed. And let's not forget his love for theatrics. Holmes enjoys playing with people's expectations, keeping them on their toes until the very end. If you've been enjoying our journey into the world of Sherlock Holmes, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel for more thrilling mysteries, and click here to watch this video. Keep those rational juices flowing, and happy detecting, fellow sleuths. This is the Chamber Master. Good day, and good sleuthing.